Hi, my name is Danielle, and I'm teaching part of the Citizenship Test with Sharina and Shasta. I am teaching the reading and writing sections of the Citizenship Test, and this is part 3 to the series of videos that I'm going to be doing to help you study for the Citizenship Test. Now, for this particular video, we're going to be working with the verbs and the function words for both the reading and the writing section. Now, at the bottom of my video, just like with the other two videos, I have a link that will take you to a page on the internet that will help you study for the test as well. You will be able to see the vocabulary lists, there will be flashcards, there will be tests that you can use to help practice for the citizenship test. So, let's start practicing. Okay, so for this particular video, I'm going to do it a little bit different in that I'm going to work on multiple words in each section of my video because the words are all small. So remember, we're working on function words and verbs. So some of these words can or will be capitalized, and some of them can only be lowercase because you will only find them inside a sentence. So, first word, can. K, n, a, k, an, can. So, for this word, you will see instances where it is uppercase or lowercase. So, for example, for uppercase, actually, let's do this. Can we vote? Question mark, because I'm asking a question. So that means that this is going to be capitalized. Can we vote? Or you'll see it as part of a sentence. We can vote. We can vote. So here, can is not capitalized because it's not the beginning of the sentence. Can. Next word, come. You don't pronounce the E, and this sounds like a U. Come. Come. So, the word come can sometimes be capitalized and sometimes not. So, if you saw a sentence that said, come here, it's capitalized because it's at the beginning of the sentence. But you can also see people can, we'll use that word, come here. People can come here. So in this instance, come is not capitalized because it's not at the beginning of the sentence. Come. Next word is elect and elects. So you have two different versions of the word, elect and then elects. If you hear the S sound, be sure to write the S. elect, elects. Elect, 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 elects, elects. So, to use this in a sentence, you don't usually see this at the beginning of a sentence. You would say, we elect the president. That's an ugly D. President. Period. We elect the president. Or the people elects the president. Next word, have. Now this word you will see both at the beginning or inside a sentence. Have. You don't pronounce the E. Have. 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 We have senators. We have senators. Have. So it's not capitalized here because it's inside the sentence. So for example, we can say, if we want it at the beginning, have you lived here? And a question mark, because I'm asking a question. Have you lived here? And there, because it's at the beginning of a sentence, it's capitalized. Have. So, can, come, elect, elects, have. Here's our next set of words. Has, is, was, be, and meet. So has. This is a word where using the vocabulary for the reading and writing section, I could not find a sentence where has was at the beginning of the sentence. But if you are asked to write a sentence where the word has is at the beginning, remember to capitalize the H. So to pronounce it, as. The S sounds like a Z. Has. Has. As. Has. So, for example, you might see who has the vote? Question mark, because it's a question. Who has the vote? Who has the vote? Has. Next word is. Is. Once again, this S sounds like a Z. Is. So this is a word where during the test you might see it at the beginning of the sentence or at some point in the middle of the sentence. So, for example, is Alaska the largest state? Question mark, because I'm asking a question. Is Alaska the largest state? Question mark. Or you could see, for example, Alaska is the largest state. Period. Is Alaska the largest state? Question mark, because we're asking a question. Or Alaska is the largest state. Period. Because we're just making a statement. Is. Next is the word was. So was is just like is, where you can find it at the beginning or in the middle of a sentence. Was. It sounds like a Z. Was. So, you may see a sentence like this. Was George Washington a president? Question mark, because we're asking a question. Or you could see George Washington was a president. Period. Was George Washington a president? Or George Washington was a president. Period. So this word can be used to ask a question. You can see it at the beginning, or you can see it somewhere inside. The next word is be. B-E. Be. Be. B-E. Be. Now this word you will not see at the beginning of a sentence for the civics test. I could not find or come up with a sentence where be was at the beginning. You will more likely see a sentence that looks something like this. We can be free. Period. Or, who can be free? Question mark. Be is a state of being. So we can be free. Or who can be free? Question mark, because we're asking a question. Next word is meet. Eat. And those E's, it's not eat. It's just pronounced as one E. Meet. And the T does have the T sound. Meet. Meet. So, for example, you might see meet the president, period. Or the senators will meet. Meet. Or if it's in a question, will the senators meet? Question mark, because we're asking a question. Now, if you noticed, with these words and with the words from the last list, if it's at the beginning of a sentence, often it's a question. Has, right? Is. So has, like I said, I can't think of an example for has using our vocabulary where has is at the beginning of the sentence. But you could say, the president has met with Canada, or has the president met with the president of Canada, the prime minister of Canada. But for our test, you'll see who has the vote, question mark. Is Alaska the largest state? That's a question, and is at the beginning. Was George Washington a president? That's a question. Meet the president. That's not a question. Meet isn't normally going to be a question if it's at the beginning of a sentence. You'll see it in a question within the sentence. Will the senators meet? Question mark. Lives, lived, meets, pay, vote. Lives. You can see this word in a sentence such as, the president lives in the White House, or the president lives in Washington, D.C. Lives. Z. You don't pronounce the E. And the S sounds like a Z. Z. Lives. 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 Lived. An example sentence could be, we lived in Mexico. We lived in Mexico. Lived. Lived. Same thing, you don't pronounce the E. Lived. 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 Meets. And these are pronounced as one E. So not me eats, it's meets. Eats. Eats. Meets. Meets. An example sentence would be, the president meets with the people, or the president meets with the Senate meets. The president meets. Pay. P-A. You don't really pronounce the Y. P-A. Pay. Pay. This word you could find at the beginning or in the middle of a sentence, such as pay the taxes. Or you could see we pay taxes. Whoa, that looks bad. Taxes. There we go. Pay the taxes. We pay taxes. So pay and pay. I underlined the wrong words. I apologize. Pay the taxes. We pay taxes. Next word, vote. Vote. V-O-T. We don't pronounce the E. V-O-T. Vote. 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 So, we could say we vote. Or you could see vote for the president. We vote. Vote for the president. Lives, lived, meets, pay, vote. The president lives in the White House. We lived in Mexico. The president meets the people. Pay the taxes. We pay taxes. We vote. Vote for the president. Lives, lived, meets, pay, vote. Want, do, does, are, name. Want. W-a-n-t. So this sounds kind of like a U. W-a-n-t. Want. 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 People want freedom. Want. People want freedom. This is an example sentence that you might see on the citizenship test. Do. D-oo. So it sounds kind of like the double O. D-oo. Do. Do. Do we want freedom? Question mark, because I'm asking a question. Do we want freedom? We do want freedom. Do. Do we want freedom? We do want freedom. Do. Does. D-uz. So the O and the E here sounds like a U, and this S sounds like a Z. D-uz. D-uz. Does. Does. So, for example, does the president live in Washington? Question mark, because I'm asking a question. Does the president live in Washington? Or you might see the president does live in Washington. And that would have a period because I'm just making a statement. Does the president live in Washington? The president does live in Washington. Are. Are. This whole word sounds just like the letter R. Are. Are. We are the people. Are people free? Question mark. We are the people. Are people free? We are the people. Are people free? So you can see are at the beginning of the sentence or somewhere inside the sentence. Name. Name. N-A-M. N-A-M. Name. Name. Name the country. What is the name of the country? Question mark. Name the country. What is the name of the country? So this is a word that you could see at the beginning of the sentence or within the sentence. Name the country. What is the name of the country? Want, do, does, are, name. and, during, for, here, in. And, 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 and. The American flag is red, white, and blue. The American flag is red, white, and blue. During, during, ing, during, during. We vote during November. Or during November, comma, we vote, period. We vote during November. During November, comma, we vote. Now, why is there a comma here? That's because this is a clause by itself introducing this clause here. During November, comma, we vote. And this comma tells you to pause when you're saying the sentence. During November, we vote. We vote during November. For, for, taxes are for the government. For. Taxes are for the government. For. Here. Her. Here. 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 Here is the flag. Here. Here is the flag. Or We live here. Here is the flag. We live here. In. 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 And you can hear that little A at the end. In. 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 We elect the president in November. We elect the president in November, or in November, we elect the president. We elect the president in November. In November, we elect the president. So you can find this word at the beginning or within a sentence. And, during, for, here, in. Of, on, the, to, we, a. Of. This is a word that we've seen before, such as the United States of America or freedom of speech. So the O sounds like a U and the V or the F sounds like a V. Of. 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 Such as the United States of America. You could say our country is the United States of America. Of. Our country is the United States of America. Of. On. On. It sounds kind of like an A. On. On. George Washington is on the $1 bill. On. George Washington is on the $1 bill. The. Now this word you have seen in all of my videos, and you see it here as well. The United States of America. The United States of America. The $1 bill. This will be at the beginning of the sentence or anywhere within the sentence. And you make a the the. So, the United States of America. The United States of America. The $1 bill. The. Two, which sounds just like our number, 2. Two, with the 2-O sound. 2. Two. We want to be citizens. 2. We want to be citizens. And you see this word is here as well. We. We. We want to be citizens. We are citizens. We are citizens. A color is red. Or a president is George Washington. A color is red. A. Of, on, the, to, we, a.